Imagine walking into a fast food restaurant, the lights flickering overhead, the once busy counter eerily quiet. The smell of fries still lingers, but the place feels like a ghost town. Once thriving fast food giants are now struggling to hold on, facing dwindling sales, fierce competition, and changing consumer tastes. Behind the smiles of their bright logos lies a chilling reality, a fight for survival. From empty dining rooms to shuttered locations, these brands are skating on thin ice, haunted by their past glory. Welcome to a behind-the-scenes look at 7 fast food chains that are fighting to stay afloat. Will they rise again, or are they doomed to a grim fate? Grab your snacks and settle in as we reveal the real stories behind the struggles of these once mighty franchises. 1. Burger King. Once a fast food powerhouse, Burger King has found itself struggling to maintain its crown in the highly competitive fast food industry. Famous for its flame-grilled burgers and home of the iconic Whopper, the chain now faces a steep uphill battle to stay relevant and thrive amidst shifting consumer preferences and fierce competition. Plagued by a combination of internal missteps and external market forces, Burger King's struggles serve as a cautionary tale of what happens when innovation fails to align with customer expectations. One of the central challenges for Burger King has been its inability to carve a distinct niche in a crowded fast food landscape. On one end, premium burger chains like Five Guys and Shake Shack have captured a discerning, quality-conscious consumer base, while budget-savvy customers have flocked to McDonald's for affordable combos and lightning-fast service. Stuck between these two extremes, Burger King has faltered in defining who it serves best. This identity crisis has left many customers viewing it as mediocre, neither high-end enough to justify premium pricing, nor cost-effective enough to compete on value. Another major issue has been a series of poorly implemented menu experiments. The infamous Halloween Whopper, a limited-time offer that garnered attention primarily for its bizarre side effects rather than its flavor, epitomized the brand's struggle to innovate meaningfully. Instead of exciting customers, these gimmicky attempts have too often flopped, leaving patrons unimpressed and skeptical of future offerings. The lack of consistent menu success underscores deeper creative stagnation that has eroded customer trust. Marketing misfires have also hindered Burger King's ability to rebuild its reputation. Campaigns meant to capture attention, such as the unsettling King Mascotter, the controversial Moldy Whopper advertisement, generated buzz, but not the positive kind. Rather than winning over loyal customers, these efforts alienated parts of the audience and left many scratching their heads. It's clear that impactful marketing aligned with both brand values and customer expectations is sorely needed to rekindle the public's love for the chain. Finally, operational shortcomings such as inconsistent food quality, slow service, and poorly maintained locations have further damaged Burger King's standing. While efforts to renovate stores, simplify menus, and introduce new value deals have shown potential, they have not driven the turnaround management might have hoped for. Without significant changes in execution, these revival efforts risk being too little, too late. Burger King sits at a crossroads. With a legacy spanning decades, it holds the potential to reclaim its throne. However, only a bold and focused strategy rooted in understanding today's customers will determine whether it rises again or fades into history. 2. Pizza Hut. Once a household staple and the go-to destination for pizza lovers, Pizza Hut's decline has been nothing short of dramatic. Once known for its iconic red roof dine-in restaurants and creative marketing campaigns, the chain has faced challenges that have steadily eroded its market position. Between 2018 and 2022, Pizza Hut's market share in the pizza segment plummeted from 25% to a mere 15%, accompanied by over 1,000 store closures. Once a dominant force in the industry, it now finds itself struggling to stay relevant in the digital age of fast food. One of Pizza Hut's biggest missteps has been its inability to keep pace with changing consumer preferences. The rise of third-party delivery services, such as DoorDash and Uber Eats, caught many restaurants off guard, but Pizza Hut's lackluster adoption of this trend proved particularly damaging. Lagging behind the competition, Pizza Hut failed to offer the convenience customers demanded, with delivery options and app-based ordering tools that felt outdated in the face of rivals like Domino's, which embraced this shift with impressive agility. Another key contributor to Pizza Hut's struggles is the abandonment of its dine-in restaurant model, a decision that alienated an entire cohort of loyal customers. For years, many families and friends associated Pizza Hut with warm, nostalgic dine-in experiences. Losing this identity not only disappointed longtime patrons, but also stripped Pizza Hut of a brand feature that set it apart from delivery-centric chains. Perhaps most concerning has been Pizza Hut's lack of innovation when it comes to its menu. Sticking to conservative updates and relying on old ideas has made the chain feel stagnant. While competitors like Papa John's and Domino's experiment with bold new flavors, inventive crusts, and viral campaigns, Pizza Hut's offerings have felt increasingly uninspired, leaving customers with little reason to choose it over modernized competitors. Pizza Hut's attempts at revival have so far failed to reignite its former glory. Efforts to modernize operations, from rebranding campaigns to reinvesting in technology, have struggled to make a meaningful impact. Facing fierce competition and a landscape demanding immediate adaptation, Pizza Hut's glory days may now be a relic of the past. Without serious reinvention and a willingness to take risks, this once-beloved chain may find itself edging further toward irrelevance in a rapidly evolving industry. 3. KFC. Once celebrated as a trailblazer in the fried chicken arena, KFC is staring down mounting challenges that threaten its legacy as a fast food powerhouse. The once dominant chain, known for its finger-lickin' good slogan and Colonel Sanders' iconic imagery, is now facing an uphill battle to secure its footing in an industry teeming with fierce competitors and shifting consumer preferences. The company's domestic struggles tell a sobering story. Over the past decade, KFC's footprint in the United States has shrunk by more than 15%, with over 1,000 store closures since 2010. At the heart of this struggle is a troubling identity crisis. KFC has wrestled with maintaining its southern-rooted charm while trying to appeal to a younger, health-conscious audience. The result? A brand that seems unsure of itself, leaving loyal customers nostalgic for its former glory and new audiences unimpressed by inconsistent branding efforts. Adding fuel to the fire is KFC's fumbled entry into the now infamous chicken sandwich wars. While rivals like Popeyes and Chick-fil-A seize the moment with viral marketing and top-tier menu items, KFC's late and underwhelming response left it struggling to keep up. Consumer sentiment around the brand has also wavered, with complaints surfacing about perceived declines in food quality, portion sizes, and consistency, issues that cut to the core of any fast food chain's value proposition. But it's not all doom and gloom for the Colonel. KFC has found international success, especially in markets like China, where it has ingrained itself as a cultural mainstay. Its ability to adapt menus to local tastes and capitalize on regions with less direct competition has buoyed its global presence, giving KFC a much-needed lifeline outside of the U.S. However, international success alone will not sustain the brand indefinitely if its home market continues to falter. KFC's efforts to reignite domestic growth have been earnest but uneven. Store redesigns aim to modernize its image, while menu simplifications promise a streamlined and efficient customer experience. Yet critics argue these measures lack the boldness required to reinvigorate the brand. To reclaim its standing as a leader in fast food, KFC must double down on innovation, re-establish what makes it iconic, and deliver consistently high-quality offerings. The question remains: can KFC rise above its challenges and reclaim the love and loyalty of its core customer base? The recipe for success is within reach, but whether the Colonel's legacy endures depends on taking decisive, inspired action to adapt in a rapidly changing landscape. 4. Taco Bell. Taco Bell, once a leader in the fast food industry, is finding it increasingly difficult to maintain its grip on loyal customers. The brand, famous for its affordable Tex-Mex-inspired menu items, has experienced a 12% decline in customer traffic since 2018. Where did things go wrong for this once iconic chain? One of the most glaring issues lies in its disconnect with budget-conscious customers. Rising menu prices, combined with highly competitive deals from rival chains, have placed Taco Bell at odds with the very demographic that made it a household name. For customers who once loved the dollar menu for its accessibility, the shift toward higher pricing has tarnished that allure. Then there's the matter of trust, something Taco Bell has struggled to rebuild after multiple food safety incidents, including a highly publicized E. coli outbreak. Such events have left a lasting stain on the brand's reputation, leading many to be wary of returning. Customers today are not just looking for delicious food, they're looking for reliability and transparency, areas where Taco Bell has fumbled. The company's attempts to generate buzz through gimmicky menu collaborations, such as items featuring Doritos or Flamin' Hot Cheetos, captured fleeting attention, but failed to provide sustained momentum. What these attempts lacked was the authenticity customers are increasingly demanding. Meanwhile, newer Mexican-inspired chains offering fresh, high-quality ingredients have positioned themselves as formidable competitors. Brands like Chipotle and Qdoba are thriving because of their focus on customization, healthier options, and transparency, areas where Taco Bell continues to fall short. Taco Bell has tried to ignite a comeback with innovations like store redesigns, digital ordering, and limited-time menu offerings. Yet these efforts feel like Band-Aids on far deeper wounds. Revising store layouts and introducing app-based deals won't matter if customers don't feel an emotional or cultural connection to the brand. Instead of experimenting with flashy but short-lived ideas, Taco Bell needs to get back to its roots, a commitment to value, quality, and authentic Mexican-inspired cuisine. There's no denying that Taco Bell has a rich history and immense potential, but to regain its footing, the company must address its core issues head-on. Only then can Taco Bell evolve from being a chain that looks past its prime to one that proudly reclaims its spot as an industry leader. Time is running out. The question is, will they seize the opportunity? 5. Subway. Once hailed as a revolutionary fast food chain offering healthy sandwich options, Subway has dramatically fallen from grace in recent years. Once a dominant force in the fast casual dining industry, it has lost over 6,000 locations since 2016, shrinking its global footprint from 45,000 to 37,000 stores. Behind this massive decline is a series of challenges that have tarnished the brand's reputation, discouraged franchise owners, and pushed loyal customers to explore other options. Quality control issues have been a significant thorn in Subway's side. Faced with complaints of inconsistent bread and vegetable freshness, many customers began questioning whether Subway could truly deliver on its promise of "eat fresh." Compounding these quality issues, Subway's menu has remained largely stagnant, failing to evolve with changing consumer tastes. Its attempts to diversify offerings, like adding pizza or breakfast items, have largely flopped, cementing an impression that the chain is stuck in the past. Perhaps one of the most damaging blows to Subway's credibility came from its foot-long controversy, in which tests revealed that some sandwiches fell short of the promised 12 inches in length. This sparked headlines, class action lawsuits, and, most importantly, a breach of customer trust. At the same time, franchisees have grown frustrated with the company's aggressive expansion strategies, market oversaturation, and steep promotional discounts that eat into their profits. Discontent among franchise owners has only deepened the struggles at the local level, as many find themselves struggling to turn a profit. To fight back against this steep decline, Subway has initiated efforts to revitalize its brand. Menu revamps have introduced new protein options, fresh ingredients, and upgraded flavor profiles. The chain is also investing heavily in store redesigns, aiming for a cleaner and more modern aesthetic to bring back diners. Yet these efforts are still in their infancy, and the massive losses of recent years make it clear that Subway has an uphill battle ahead. The fall of Subway is a stark reminder of how quickly a once-dominant brand can lose its way if it fails to adapt and evolve with the times. Once a trailblazer in the industry, Subway is now struggling to find its footing in a fast-paced market demanding innovation and transparency. Can it stage a further comeback, or will this be the end of the line for the sandwich giant? Only time will tell. 6. IHOP. Once a household name synonymous with pancakes and comforting breakfast traditions, IHOP now finds itself grappling with substantial challenges that have shaken its foothold in the competitive fast food and casual dining industry. While many still cherish fond memories of family weekend breakfasts and late-night pancake runs, IHOP's current landscape paints a strikingly different picture. The numbers themselves are a tough pill to swallow. Since 2018, the chain has shuttered over 200 locations nationwide and faced a staggering 23% drop in sales. What lies at the core of IHOP's troubles? Changing consumer behaviors and missteps that have left its brand in limbo. Breakfast habits have evolved over the years. Today's customers are opting for quick, on-the-go meals or simple, cost-effective at-home options. Unfortunately, IHOP's sit-down dining model has struggled to adapt to this accelerated pace of modern life. Adding to this battle is a series of failed marketing campaigns that confused, rather than captivated, its audience. The most notable example is the controversial IHOB rebrand, where the company temporarily rebranded itself as the International House of Burgers. With this move, IHOP intended to bolster its lunch and dinner sales by showcasing its burger lineup. Instead, the stunt left many scratching their heads, questioning why the brand synonymous with pancakes was pivoting toward burgers, a far cry from its breakfast roots. The confusion diluted IHOP's identity and failed to generate the momentum it desperately needed. However, the heart of the issue lies in IHOP's wavering identity. Is it a cozy breakfast haven for families? A dependable late-night refuge for college students? Or an all-day dining destination trying to compete with the likes of Denny's or fast-casual breakfast chains? This uncertainty has created a lack of direction, leaving the brand struggling to find a niche in a highly competitive market. Efforts to modernize have been made, but they often feel half-hearted and out of sync with consumer expectations. New menu items and remodeled locations aren't enough when you're not addressing the fundamental shift happening in dining preferences.
Today's diners crave fresh, thoughtfully positioned brands that meet them where they are, something IHOP has yet to master.
For IHOP, survival will require more than pancakes and nostalgia. It will demand a bold reassessment of its identity and a strategy that firmly plants its roots in the world of evolving breakfasts, modern lifestyles, and customer trust. Can IHOP rise to the challenge? For now, the question remains unanswered. 7. Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen, a classic staple of American fast food and synonymous with summer treats for decades, has been struggling to keep its foothold in an increasingly competitive industry. This beloved chain, which once symbolized carefree family gatherings over blizzards and cones, now faces a myriad of challenges threatening its relevance and profitability. Its decline over the past decade, marked by an 18% revenue drop since 2015, reflects deeper underlying issues that go beyond simple brand nostalgia. One of Dairy Queen's greatest hurdles is its heavy seasonal dependency. With sales soaring in summer and plummeting in winter, the chain's revenue stream has become alarmingly unstable. While the ice cream and frozen treat market naturally peaks during warm months, Dairy Queen has struggled to adapt its menu in ways that drive customers through its doors year-round. Paramount to its success has always been its iconic Blizzard, first introduced in 1985, but the chain has leaned far too heavily on this one innovation. The lack of bold, compelling new menu items has left consumers with little incentive to choose Dairy Queen over its more modern competitors. Another pressing issue lies with rising costs. Skyrocketing dairy and labor expenses are squeezing profit margins, making it increasingly difficult to sustain operations while maintaining affordable prices. With inflation hitting consumers and businesses alike, Dairy Queen is under immense pressure to find a balance between profitability and the reasonable pricing customers expect from a fast food chain. Compounding these internal struggles is external confusion regarding its brand identity. Many consumers fail to see a clear distinction between traditional Dairy Queen locations and the more modern DQ Grill and Chill restaurants. The latter, which serves expanded menus that include burgers, fries, and other fast food staples, may have been well-intentioned but has instead diluted the brand's ice cream-focused appeal. This inconsistency has left customers unsure of what Dairy Queen truly stands for in today's fast food ecosystem. Despite these challenges, Dairy Queen retains a loyal fan base that longs for the chain to rekindle its former glory. Revival efforts are underway, but the battle remains uphill. To survive, Dairy Queen must rejuvenate its brand with bold creativity while finding ways to cater to evolving consumer tastes. If the chain can successfully innovate its menu, streamline its operations, define its identity, there's hope that these iconic red-roofed restaurants will continue serving smiles for generations to come. The fast food industry is as competitive as it is unpredictable, with consumer preferences and market trends constantly evolving. For these 7 struggling chains, survival depends on their ability to adapt and innovate. Whether it's through modernizing their menus, enhancing customer experiences, or reconnecting with their brand identity, each has the potential to write a comeback story. While the road ahead is challenging, it's a reminder that even the most beloved brands must continually evolve to stay relevant in an ever-changing landscape. In conclusion, the fate of these 7 fast food chains hinges on their willingness to adapt to shifting consumer expectations and competitive pressures. By addressing their weaknesses and leveraging innovation, they have the opportunity to regain their footing in the industry. However, staying relevant requires more than quick fixes. It demands a deep understanding of market dynamics and a commitment to change. For these brands, the ability to evolve will determine whether they thrive once again or become part of fast food history.